Hey guys, still a little sick, a little hoarse. We'll see if that means I talk less. 80266 from Omega. Soft little brush, really happy to have it. My two other Omegas were really stiff and resistant to break-in. This guy's very different. Vintage Gillette Hybrid Tech from the UK. Wonderful razor. Feather blade. And it looks like I've had 20, 30, 40, 41 uses on this guy, and that sounds right. So some people don't think you can get too many uses out of feather blades. Let's just see how many we can get. And then puzzle, what I've been using lately. Now I'm using it just to see how quickly I use up the Milksteak. It seems to be disappearing a little faster than some of my other cropes, and so maybe it's softer. Very curious about how quickly it's going to disappear. Used it yesterday. All right, I'm going to throw a little water on my face. Not quite 24 hours since my last shave, but almost. So we'll do for this brush, we'll only do a 40-second load again. Shake out most of the water. "40 seconds. We'll do 35. Should be fine. Oh yeah, I'm not doing the marathon, with the acid anymore, so I'll just do 30. Almost there. One more second, and there we go. As you can see, it didn't get very bubbly because I didn't have a whole lot of water in the brush to begin with. And that is what the brush looks like with that much soap on it. I don't even think any overflowed the side, just a hair. A little bit did. This is the Milksteak base from Declaration Grooming. Roger Quintero lather bowl. If you have a 3D printer, you can print your own, or if you have access to one, the files are in my description as a link. I learned yesterday that even though my lather was really elastic, it needed a lot more water. I'm going to start off by putting 2 teaspoons in there. Well, maybe shortcut things by putting 3. Maybe this is how much I need to add. Got to play it by ear each time. So right now, if you add a bunch of water, you can see it's very bubbly. Obviously, that is not a usable lather. A lot of soaps will do this if you add a lot of water at first, but mix through it. Just keep mixing. Already most of the bowls are gone. It's starting to resemble a good lather. A lot of people seem to be enjoying Milksteak, saying it's just a remarkable lather, remarkable soap, easy to lather, nice and slick, feels good on your face, creamy, lots of good things said about it. So in a couple of minutes, we've got something that looks like that. Probably shave with that if you wanted to. Just going to mix it up a little bit more. Take a look at the pretty good peaks there. Very flexy, elastic peaks. Nice, stretchy, long drop. I'm going to add just a little bit more. Right now we're at 3.5 teaspoons of water added. So therefore with Milksteak, you're not going to have a problem if you have a badger brush that holds a lot of water. See, boars don't really hold a lot at first. If you have a brush that holds a lot of water, you could fill it full and just maybe do a shake or something like that to have a certain amount of water in your brush, and then just start working on your soap. Maybe that would shortcut you to a nice lather like this. There we go. Moves on its own. I think we are in the ballpark. You have some peaks when I'm kind of punching the lather like that. That's something to observe, and is that a milestone that you're at the right point, or does that mean you haven't gotten there quite yet? I'm going to go ahead and put in another half. So we've got 4 teaspoons in the lather. Looks like we have plenty of lather to do the job here. Big old glob. Slowly moving. Do a stretch here, pull it up while still linked to the bowl. Collapses in kind of on itself. This actually may need a little bit more water. Let's just go ahead and start using it and see. Water on my face. Out of my goatee. Nice massage feel, soft brush. A lot of the outer tips have split, so it's going to get even softer because not as many of the interior ones have. But even right now, it's enjoyable to use. It's not stiff or scratchy at all. Got a lot of flex to it. See how this lather feels. Yeah, I could definitely see how I could add more water to this, but let's just shave with it. I'm sick, tired, it's late, got travel tomorrow, so let's just use it. Dry my hands here because I forgot to put the blade in the razor before I got my hands all wet. Back when I was starting the marathon blades last year in 2000, no, year before last, in 2018, for some reason I put an X on the blades. So my Nasset that now has 220 uses has an X on it. But the ones that I'm starting the marathon now have a M because I got smart. So let's put use number 42 on this razor blade. There we go. You can see that's not a lot of positive exposure, but it feels, it cuts really well and also comfortably, predictably, all those good words. It's not very loud. Some of my more mild razors are starting to have a little bit of a problem with this feather blade. So I guess I need to move it up in the rankings, in the aggression rankings. Now I'm not really too concerned about stretching my skin or anything on the first pass because I've got 2 more passes anyway. That's me. That may not be something you want to do. Maybe you want to stretch it on every pass. I do stretch my neck a little bit just because if I don't, I'm likely to get a cut because of a fold of skin, you know. Light touch, light touch. Going with kind of with the grain right there in that trouble spot. As always, we're focused on just reducing the hair growth, not eliminating it in one pass. Rinse time. I usually save the full rinses toward the end because, I'm about to throw more soap on it, so does it really need to be a full complete rinse in the middle ones? That's just my thought. If anything, this brush actually might be a little too bendy. Sometimes it doesn't stay in the splay, but you're dragging the bristles around and the tips are behind you. So only when you kind of do swirls like this do you experience those tips, some of them. But it works, it's comfortable, pulls up soap nicely, enjoyably. And it's an inexpensive guy too. Used to go in back there for my hanging towel, but it's on the sink today, so my muscle memory is a little off. Very comfortable. I can hear the cutting. I can feel the edge just a little bit. It's nice and smooth. And this smooth nature, while still being a close cutter, is one of the reasons it's such a desirable razor. Now the handle on this guy that's native is more like the traditional Tex, and so I put on a different handle. This one is a UFO handle. Calibri, I believe it's called. Kind of a hard to find razor. So I wanted to put a special handle on it. And rinse again. 4 teaspoons of water, 30 seconds of loading. That pattern has done me well before, and I think it's a good one today too. Definitely going to have too much lather. So with this brush, it looks like I could back that off to shoot maybe even 20 seconds. Also, 30 seconds may be wiser if I haven't used a Milksteak puck in a while. This one no doubt still had some moisture from yesterday. So that can make soap. It's not like that adds moisture to this lather, but that makes the soap easier to pick up from the tub of soap. So load time is reduced. If you get an old dried out soap, you might have to add 20 seconds or even 30 seconds sometimes too, if it's an extreme case, in my experience at least. Going to do cross grain again on the face, because I don't really care how close it gets, and it'll get very, not going for baby butt smooth. So this is a feather. They used to cut me 2 or 3 times per shave when I was just getting started with this type of shaving. On those Merkur type razors. Parker's, Merkur's, DE89 type razors, and I don't really shave with those anymore. They're just not as comfortable, not as smooth as these, because these grip the blade a little closer to the edge. There's less chatter. Less chatter means less movement. Less movement means less unpredictability on your skin surface. Feels good. No irritation at all. No razor burn, anything like that. And so let us do a little quick rinse. Took a look at my trouble spot here. Face feels very good. No need to work on that. So let's just do a neck only pass here. Can't really talk about the scent of this soap because it's a contest I'm trying to win, or at least have fun at, do my best at. I mean, obviously I'm trying to win, but we'll see how many educated noses there are, or maybe lucky guessers, who knows. So now I've gone this way most of the time, or this way. This way is with the grain for this little trouble section right here. So this way, If I start right here is in a nice cross grain area, but I've done that before in this shave, and so I'm going to switch it around 180 and come at this section from down here very lightly, not to stir up any irritation or razor burn. And there we go. It was cut pretty well before. I'm interested to see if that did any. It's so funny how many times you do a touch up and you don't see any results. That need to change. So at least if you do a touch up that doesn't give you irritation, at least it's a wash. All right, I want to check things out and do a little putting away of gear. Well, I've definitely had other blades and razor combos do better, but not all that many. And this is an old blade, 42 uses now, and I don't see any. It's hard to find a single hair that's got some length on it in this area. Very rare for me, and so it's a good shave. Very good shave today. In terms of closeness and the comfort, top notch. Don't have any irritation. I didn't stir up any with that touch-up attempt. So we're in good shape. You know what? Old Spice. I haven't whipped that out in a couple of weeks now. I'm about to go to sleep, and so much of the awesomeness is going to be lost on a unconscious audience. But enjoy it for a little while. Memories and nostalgia. Come back with this cologne, this aftershave. A little bit of stinging, very minor, several different places, but I'm sure it'll be gone in just a second. On this lather, I believe I could have gone with a little bit more water if I wanted. Another half teaspoon probably would have been just fine. And I think it probably would have stayed in that perfect zone easily. So a little bit of flexibility there. Really happy with today's lather. I have probably another 2.5 passes left in the bowl. So 30 seconds is plenty with this brush. That's just good lather right there. The way that moves around, that's the way I like my Milksteak. Very nice. Anything else to report? No, reckon not. 4 teaspoons of water. 30-second load. Gave me about 6 passes of lather. Very nice. Consistency where I like to have it. So it was a great shave. No irritation. The alcohol sting went away quickly. So happy with today's shave. So we'll go ahead and get back to sleep. I hope there was something here today that you enjoyed, that helped you out. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves. Take care. Good night.